think he wrote it that way intentionally. We'll find out.
I know it didn't do my job. I was sick mentally, physically.
All right. Today is April 19th. Devotion comes from Jesus Calling, a standard devotional that is available in any bookshop. I recommend Books and Building.
I love books.
I was just there yesterday while I was in Cleveland. I love you regardless of how well you are performing. Sometimes you feel uneasy, wondering if you are doing enough to be worthy of my love. No matter how exemplary your behavior, the answer to that question will always be no. Your performance and my love are totally different issues, which you need to sort out. I love you with an everlasting love that flows out from eternity without limits or conditions. I have clothed you in my role of righteousness, and this is an eternal transaction. Nothing and no one can reverse it. Therefore, your accomplishment as a Christian has no bearing on my love for you. Even your ability to assess how well you are doing on a given day is flawed. Your limited human perspective and the condition of your body with its miracle variations distort your evaluations. Bring your performance anxiety to me and receive in its place my unfailing love. Try to stay conscious of my loving presence with you in all that you do, and I will direct your steps. Let us pray. Loving God, we know there's nothing that we can do to separate you from us, even though we try sometimes to separate us from you. Be with us as we try to and continue to proclaim your love in this world. Bring your Holy Spirit to this council meeting that we can do the business of your church and directed by your hand. We ask all this in your Son, our risen Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Is everybody up?
Yes.
Great. Correspondence?
Nothing. I will check them out.
Ah, great. Approval of minutes and reports. Any questions or concerns regarding the reports submitted? I know I submitted mine after the meeting came out, but I eventually got it done. Hearing and seeing none, motion to approve the minutes and reports as submitted.
I'll make the motion.
Stacy seconded. Barb. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Rejected. Any opposed? Abstain. That's it.
That's the intentions.
Thank you. All right. Next order of business is our continuing old business schedule. The next council meeting. I think my calendar's on me, but I think it's third Sunday in May.
17?
19.
19th.
17th.
17th.
I will be in Memphis.
There we go.
We'll
My
be
phone
in
glitched.
Memphis.
It is the
Okay.
17th.
You're going to have to remote in.
What?
You're going to have to remote in.
That's okay.
I know they're going to be in. My parents are going to be in town.
That weekend?
We have graduation dinner the day before for all the grandchildren.
So 17th is not going to end up working, it
No.
sounds like. The weekend after would be the 24th.
And I'm going to be in Alliance that
In
weekend.
Alliance, huh?
That's Memorial Day.
That's more that we're doing something that day at church anyway.
Before that is Mother's Day.
And Mother's Day.
Yeah.
All right.
The 31st is left. There's one more.
That's
Sunday.
Jen's birthday party, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We don't have to do it Sunday.
We don't. We can also
Tell
potentially
us.
skip A. I was debating whether or not to even skip this month because I had a hard time figuring out new business, and if we can't figure out something to talk about, we're not having meetings. So I don't have useless meetings because we're supposed to. It's wasted my time, wasted your time. So
We're going to June if we do.
it's June. Well,
Or the 3rd.
June would be the 3rd. Would be the 21st.
So she's saying a hybrid meeting, so your May, June meeting.
Yeah, it would be the same day.
Oh,
Because the 21st is also Father's Day.
June 17th.
the dedication?
28th.
June.
Why don't we shoot for like the 7th of June?
Can't, it's, well, I mean, it's the day after Synod Assembly.
14th?
That's Father's Day.
No,
No, that's Flag Day.
The 21st is Father's Day.
Yes.
What's the 14th?
Flag
Flag
Day.
Day.
Flag Day. That
Means nothing to the
is,
church.
so basically Flag Day is free.
Yes.
It's
All right.
kind of in the middle between May and June and
I mean,
All right,
worst case
sounds
is if
like- I
something
mean-
comes up in May that we have to have an emergency council meeting, we can have an emergency meeting.
Yeah, we can do that. Then let us.
I mean, yeah, there's
get-
loads of days in May if we need an emergency.
All right, June 14th. My calendar, I'm gonna say yes, and
And then
nothing,
something else.
something else is gonna be there. I have a feeling.
We can wave our flag.
No, we're a church. State doesn't mean anything
Oh.
in this building.
That's true.
Church and state must separate, as per the laws of the United States.
Unless we have
That's
voting.
right.
Church and state must separate unless we are a location site for voting, in which case we are not acting in a religious capacity, we're acting
Yeah, we
in a
should do
host
it in
capacity, and thus.
Yeah, all right.
we are not
Yeah.
okay,
eligible.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's
nice.
fine.
Which one, these?
No matter what I'm wrong.
June 14th. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll be, all right. That'll be both our May and June meeting on that day.
That makes my life a lot easier.
We may both.
So can I bring up something new before that? That isn't on the agenda? Just want to ask you.
Yeah, we can add,
Okay.
agenda items.
Okay. For today?
Yep.
Okay.
If it's something new for today?
I just found out about it yesterday.
All right, well, we still have our calendars out. Let's look at, church picnic possibilities. I think right now we're scheduled for the 30th of August.
That's my birthday. You guys wanna have a big birthday?
Heck yeah!
It's a big one too.
You want to have somebody jump out of the plane?
60.
Oh, 60.
I can bake you a giant cake. I can't guarantee it will be in one piece, but I can
Yeah.
pretend it.
I can.
So we're looking at August 30th for, church picnic here at the church again. Grills, potluck, all that good stuff.
10 a.m. service, picnic after, right? That's what we do on church picnic day.
We did.
That's what we do, yes.
One service.
We had to think about it.
No, I had to think about it, because I think last year we,
Where is the plan to host it?
here, at the church front lawn
All right.
on Lake Road.
We can bust out the cornhole.
Well, we might have something different.
Yeah, so, okay, so, let us, as council, have a motion to set our church picnic day at the church on August 30th, 2026.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Nicholas. Second?
She raised her hand.
Okay.
Sure.
You have to speak up if I don't listen. No, thank you. Any other discussion?
Will we do anything special for Barbara's birthday?
We'll think about it.
There may be something.
They might,
happening.
yeah.
I don't know.
Reason we,
There's gonna
I
be
just want to save the
It's a
date
big
for
eight
y'all.
oh.
I don't know, I don't think I need permission for the church to do this. We're looking at renting a mobile putt-putt golf course to set up here. It'd be 9 holes. And bingo. We're gonna bring back bingo this year.
We just did bingo last
Everybody
night.
watch out. Taylor gets I get violent at bingo.
You're not allowed at the church picnic.
Well, no, I don't mean that kind of violent. He and I used to hit each other because the other would win at church bingo.
Don't you?
It's pretty
Don't we-
crazy.
We're like the heart and soul.
It's called,
who's funding it?
it'll be evangelism.
Okay.
Any other discussion?
It'll be the same thing, potluck. We're gonna go hot dogs and hamburgers? Okay.
That's on the list. Well, actually, it's not on the list, but it is on the list.
I have,
That
It
is
is
right
now on
now.
the list.
It's on the list now.
Smash burgers.
and I have another, thing about a community event with Corpus Christi, if you like that.
Triple cheese.
All right, all those in favor of August 30th, holding that date, nothing gets scheduled on our calendar, church calendar, or your calendars. All those say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? utilities continue to be high. Hopefully the electric bill will come down a little bit with the solar, but we still have water utilities, gas utilities, other electric utilities. And now that we're getting into summer and warmer weather, we'll be having air conditioners on as well. So we wanted to bring before the council the possibility of some funding that the food pantry Fishes and Loaves receives to go into our general fund so that we can continue to operate the church. One issue that I brought up that I was concerned about is the food pantry is a ministry of the church, and as a ministry of the church, we should be footing utility bills and stuff like that, just like we do for worship and music. But I also at the same time thought and was reminded that if we don't have the funds to even keep the doors open, we cannot have the food pantry. So just a discussion at this point.
Yeah, it's just a catch-22.
Okay. I appreciate, and I know that we're in trouble, and it is the mission of the church. My concern is, we do get grant money.
Mhm.
And that I'm very frugal with what our money has. So first of all, what is your thought about how much would you expect, or are you thinking towards the food pantry share?
That's a great question, because he and I talked about that briefly. I mean, the food pantry, if we tried to calculate it based on hours of utilization, I mean, the freezers and the fridges, they all have their kilowatt hours. You could actually calculate it out, right?
Correct.
And that's a very small percentage of the overall church's utility bills. I think the high utilization comes from the fact that we have the heat on or the air conditioning on while we have the food pantry open, while we're cooking, while we're handing out lunches, and it's the time spent in the building more than the
Okay.
appliances. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. So I want to bring this to, evangelism does fundraisers. It comes on evangelism, but it has been for supporting the food pantry and other ministries in the church.
And you've generously always given something to the general
We
fund.
it's always been expected 10. We always give 20%.
Correct. You're right.
So, I mean, if you look over the past year, we've given close to $2,000 to the general fund. My concern is, if I start using my funds to help with utilities, then we're running low. And then the church utilizes the mission endowment fund, the $800 a month, to help cover the cost of the food pantry. So we're doing this.
Yeah, but I can't pull money from the mission and education endowment fund to pay the electric bill.
Okay.
I can support the food pantry because we've already approved that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But through the bylaws.
So my concern is, before we make a decision, I need to know what percentage you guys are looking at.
We haven't, and that's why we're having the discussion today.
And honestly, and you made it very valid, this is a mission of the church.
Yes. We all agree with that.
My concern is, and we all know this, money's getting, even from grants and stuff, is getting tighter and tighter.
Yep.
In order to cover the cost, I might have to cut things from the food pantry, meaning we might have to cut out lunches. We might have to only be open one day a week.
Well, I think it could be fluid also. It doesn't have to be, it could be fluid as well, right? 'Cause
It
we don't want to hurt the ministry.
We do not. And I can tell you now that we're going into summer, starting not this week, but the following week, we won't be using the ovens. We're going to bag lunches. We won't be cooking meals.
Well, those are gas.
Huh?
Those are gas.
Right, so,
Yeah.
air conditioning, we have to maintain,
I know.
but we try not to run it, we run it during, basically what I do is I run it when we're open. So that way if we get inspected while we're open, we're covered.
Yeah. What did you want to say, Taylor?
No, I just have a question. So since the food pantry is funded by a lot of grants, how would you make sure, specific allocated
It's correct.
reason, so like, how would you ensure that you're not pulling into grant money if it all goes to the same account, because then we could possibly get in trouble for that.
Well, it goes into fishes and loaves.
It goes, so our grant money actually, some of it goes into fishes and loaves, some of it
Stays with the food bank, right?
fishes and loaves is our umbrella of that ministry, which is the food pantry and the lunches, and this closet has his own line.
Yes.
You made a very valid point about the grant money.
Because if you get caught spending grant money for reasons you can't spend it for, they're gonna pull the grants, and then there's no funding.
It's gonna depend on the grant. Some of your grants allow you to pay for operational costs
But
for the ministry.
so the ones I'm writing, I would have to change my writing.
Exactly.
Okay, that's just what
But
I was curious.
so we have fundraisers coming up. So what we could do, and my question is, even if this is something we need to do, could we create a line item? So as I do my fundraisers, as we do the fundraisers, that could say food pantry utilities, and we just put money in there instead of grants for right now. Could we do something, if this is what we have to do?
I have to think about it. I
But
don't have an answer right off the top of my
But
head.
I think before we do this, we need to know how much percentage that we're
Right.
gonna take.
Yeah, I
So,
wasn't thinking a lot.
we were just bringing up this possibility and just wanted to introduce the discussion. I don't expect any resolution coming from it. We just wanted to know what information we need to gather.
Right,
Because we can gather all sorts of information and then it not being useful is not helpful.
yeah,
Right.
Useless information is worse than no information.
correct,
Yeah,
so,
this was more for discussion around the
Just
concept.
most, yes,
Right,
exactly.
Rather
Just
than-
around the concept.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, y'all, when I first saw this, I went, ooh, I've had a couple days to calm down.
Yeah, this is
Right.
not targeted, and as Pastor and I talked about it, I know one of the dreams for the food pantry is to get out of the church and into your own area.
That's several years down the
I
line.
understand, but once you get to that point, not if, but once you get there,
Mhm.
it's gonna be the same problem, right? Cause then you're gonna have your own
Exactly.
operational costs to have to support, and that goes to one of our other bullet points when they're talking about.
Yeah.
Right,
It will, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question, and I don't know if this is totally off, whatever,
right,
but, okay, but you know, places like you see on Facebook all the time, Maddox, the
Yep.
place that supports
Yeah.
cats and so on. Okay, is the food pantry anything like that? Whenever they have
Well,
a
that's,
surgery for a
So,
cat, they've
they-
got $5,000
So-
overnight, cause everybody
the
knows.
difference between Maddox and, let's say, Fishes and Loaves, is
Uh-huh.
Maddox is its own separate 501c3.
Okay,
We
separate,
have not-
and the food pantry is part of the church.
The food pantry is under the 501c3 of the church.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that would.
this is a mission of the church.
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
So,
And,
we do really well with our fundraising,
Uh-huh.
and with our grants that I think only maybe once or twice a year we have to pull from the mission endowment
that's
fund.
correct.
So
Yeah,
we are very cautious and very
Yeah.
responsible with the money that we receive.
Yeah, my question, I guess, is if people are so willing to donate to animals, aren't they gonna donate?
no, definitely.
For
They will,
children
you
or
know.
people.
Right,
Also, Sarah
But it
does
just can't be done because of the
a lot
association with
of
the church?
social
Correct.
interaction, social media stuff. She does a lot.
Yeah,
And, and they also have a large following too.
Uh-huh.
But I would also think about future plans of the church, not the church, but of the food pantry and Fishes and Loaves in particular, about it, maybe now is the time to get this stuff rolling while we're still under the umbrella of the church, so that we can get used to having a utility bill, get used to having, a 501c3 that we have to file with and a board and all
Right,
that stuff,
so-
while we're still under the umbrella, so that when our dream comes to fruition, we already have that in place and we already know what we're doing.
and I would agree with that, but and we've had, if everybody doesn't know, our future plans is to expand this ministry. But it's not going to be just a Good Shepherd ministry.
Right.
This is, I don't know if we've talked to Hannah yet. So our plan is to go to a standalone building
Okay, for the food pantry?
for the food pantry. So phase one would be the food pantry and the kitchen and stuff, his closet. So it would obviously be open more days. I will no longer be in charge of it because we're gonna have to pay somebody to run this. And then we would phase in where we would have social workers and there are case managers that come help with people. We see the need, we've had them walking in
You
church.
mean where it would run more like something like this, or,
Well, where you can go in, it's like a one-stop shop for everything. You can get your food. We'd like to tie in Tim's church, the Church of Christ, clothing ministry into this, so where you can get your food, you can get your house, your necessities, your some clothing, and a place where people have the ability to get help with filling out paperwork, navigating the bureaucracy that happens with it.
Like a community center, we had a gentleman come in that we're trying to work with now. Our hands are kind of limited because we can find places for him to go. He needs help with he needs a case manager. Basically, he needs a case manager. If we had somebody in place here that could do that, we could already have him what he needs. Eventually, we would like to open up a thrift shop in there. They would come in and shop. We would bring people in from the community that needs job experience. Give them a job making minimum wage, but teach them how to dress, how to talk, how to order, how to run a cash register, all that stuff, so they can take those skills and go outside of us and get a better paying job, or to move on. So this is gonna be an all-encompassing, it's a dream.
It is a dream.
Another question, does our food pantry operate through the same, I don't know what you would call it, premises or whatever, of like the produce giveaway or whatever? I mean, do they sign on here and they're signed in and?
Okay,
Okay,
so yes,
yes.
yes,
No.
yes and no. So,
Okay,
the food giveaway, that comes from Cleveland. So we partner with Cleveland Food Bank, which is in
okay.
We partner with Country Neighbor. We are partnering with Walmart.
Okay,
We partner with Dollar General.
right.
So we're getting food and produce. We're getting a lot. But there's still things that we have to buy. And our church has become a known because of our ministry. And I think we try to treat everybody with dignity. You come in, we greet you, we help you, we let you shop for your own groceries, so there's not that stigma, here's just a box of dried beans and corn, here you go, you know?
So it's not, I mean, like I said, human resources, they give you a box.
Yeah.
Correct. No, we are not like that, no.
Yeah, and there used to be a lot more services there, but it's just kind of almost not.
So we all want this to happen.
Correct.
Right.
We definitely do.
But we have to have other people come on board.
Well-
This is discussions that we need to have with the community.
And then in the phase that we're at today, the whole reason that the whole discussion got initiated between the pastor and I is as I'm watching us spend $21,000 a month and $10,000 coming in, we were out of money in August from our capital improvement endowment fund without going back to the congregation and asking for more, and that's gonna be a tall ask. It was a tall ask the first time,
It is.
so.
And I understand, there's some things that we need to work out.
I'm not saying Fishes and Loaves should support that completely, but we were just tossing around ideas on
I think,
how can we close that gap, right?
and I think if we sit down and we figure out a reasonable amount, cause I don't wanna be saying, okay, I'm giving $800 a month, or half of that, $400 a month, and then I'm going to the mission endowment fund and saying, I need that money back.
But that's okay, remember, I can only give it out for one reason.
I know, but to me, it just seems like a vicious cycle.
It's an
So-
accounting thing, it is.
It is, but it's a way to, it's a way to work.
Right, yeah.
But it's also this is gonna tie into our next bullet point, which I'm
Yes.
skipping down one to fundraisers. This I would like an action on. Right now, I don't know if it was a council movement or a council motion, resolution, whatever you wanna call it, to require, all fundraisers that happen within the church to give a portion, back to the general fund. I know Fishes and Loaves, you've done great, we appreciate that 100%.
Actually, that's evangelism. It's evangelism.
Right.
And we support other ministries.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but I think we need to, as council, make this clear that all fundraisers that happen within the church, that includes any fundraisers that happen for NISWA, quilting, any fundraisers, what else is fundraisers are there? Of course, Basque Raffle, First Mango, obviously.
The
we
Chaz-
already
But
do.
for me, it's similar to like what we do to the city.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Just to have that clear, and then also then tell these people, people on these fundraising teams that this is what the expectation is.
Well, and then there's the accounting side of it, so evangelism is difficult because everything funnels through evangelism. So
Correct.
whether it's spa day, first bingo, or whatever, I have to wait for
Everything to clear.
everything to clear. I can't calculate it because I don't see all the pieces and
Right.
parts from the deposit side, so I have to wait for the chair.
Right, and usually as soon as I usually know within a couple of days, because
You're good about it.
I keep track of,
Right,
I'm probably almost anal about keeping track of how we spend the money.
right.
But
But
this
it's
is,
the other
was
groups,
different, right?
NISWA,
Right.
I know quilting, when we did quilt raffle, I don't think there was any, it was mainly to support that, but it is still a fundraiser nonetheless. So these kind of things, make it clear as part of a policy, if you will, that have all fundraisers within the church give
Percentage of their
percentage.
proceeds.
Yes,
Are
I'll be
we
open
going
to
to
discuss
oh.
on the
the
amount, so, I'm gonna make that motion, and I just need a second before discussion, please.
What percentage?
10%.
I'll second.
Alright.
It's
Now we'll
like,
do
should I
for
word,
discussion.
how are you wording it?
It is the policy of Good Shepherd
Oh, it's the
Lutheran
policy.
Church
Okay.
to acquire 10% from all fundraisers.
To be
To
placed
be-
back in the general fund.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Discussion.
To give 10%, should get a minimum of 10%.
Yeah.
I like minimum better.
I like minimum because we always try to give more.
Yeah.
We've always been very blessed with our fundraisers. So, especially our big one.
I accept that amendment. Do you accept that amendment as second?
I do.
Okay. Any other discussion? Alrighty. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Very good. Alright. Our next item of business concerns the Thrive-In Fund. You notice on the back, I try to at all council meetings to have just a endowment snapshot of how we've done. They all went down in the month of March.
Well,
The
there's
market was
reason
bad.
for it.
The market was bad. Capital improvement certainly went down, but then that was also a large check for the rest of the solar panels, but they all went down.
Yes.
As you see on the bottom one, the Thrive-In Fund, it doesn't really move much up or down. Endowment Committee has had a discussion regarding this, and we decided to tie it into the community fund.
No.
No? Mission?
No, that's
mission-
not what we did.
Okay.
What
We decided, we suggested that to close the fund and tie it to mission and education then, no?
We decided we want to transfer the fund over to Morgan Stanley, first
Yes.
of all, because we got better growth. And bring forth to the congregation the concept of designating that fund and its growth to our food pantry expansion out of the church.
Is that what we decided?
That's what we decided.
You decided something.
That's what it's in the minutes.
Oh.
That's what happened when I wasn't there at the
I
last
told
meeting,
you.
so.
It's not just, see? But
So-
the congregation has to approve
So
that.
congregation
It's not
has to
just,
approve that.
That was what we did.
it's a base to have capital to start.
So, what I need from the council is, approval to bring this before the congregation at our next congregational meeting. As part of an agenda item. I don't know, you're gonna have to get whatever she said.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Cause I don't remember, I wasn't there at the last meeting.
Transfer private fund money to Morgan Stanley.
Yeah, I'm going back to our minutes to get it.
Let's make sure we
If I
get
can
the
find
wording right on this.
That was so funny. Did we?
Alright, I'm bringing it over now, hold on.
I can't remember, I wasn't there at the last meeting.
Well, we go through so much financial stuff.
I know.
Update,
We have a meeting
handbell,
tomorrow.
microphones,
6 o'clock.
utility. Discussion was held to whether to include these investment monies in the community involvement fund. Suggestion was made to create a fund and designate its usage for fishes and loaves in Nick's Closet, as these are the largest community ministries Good Shepherd offers and participates in. So we did talk about
So whatever she said,
Can you copy and paste?
to,
I don't,
Send it in an email, send it in an email.
no, I made the motion on directly before we can vote on it, so,
copy and which one, discussion.
in the middle,
Yeah, it says
Question
question
the community involvement fund.
discussion.
down, it's to its own separate.
I can't see right now.
Discussion.
All right, here, Paul moved to create a new fund. So the endowment committee moves
I didn't think I was.
to create a new fund.
Yeah, what is it?
For fishes and loaves in Nick's Closet.
See, I don't take without giving.
No, he did not.
You didn't remember?
I wasn't there!
You're the one that emailed the minutes
Nick's
out.
Closet.
I
Yes,
wasn't
you
there at
did.
the meeting.
You emailed the minutes out. That email's from you that I just opened up.
Doesn't mean you read them.
Do I remember even what happened last week? No.
And Nick's Closet.
Doesn't know
That's,
yet.
As
So-
there are large.
yeah.
No,
You're lucky we can't do a vote of no confidence on you as president of this, because we have no one else to pick.
I volunteered to write the articles of agreement.
When
meeting was this?
January 19th.
Uh,
this year.
it
We
wasn't
don't
the
have
last
to
meeting.
replace the president.
no, I knew nothing about this.
Okay, separate.
But it does not,
The
that
base
doesn't
set.
stay for future. That's as,
Which can be used now, but if
no,
if you don't need it, let it
No,
let
yeah.
it grow.
yeah, let it
Right?
grow, let it grow.
Let it
Let it grow,
let it grow.
You have
You know,
You have
you
no
know.
idea
What's your motion so far?
what, wait.
This is what I'm
Okay,
hearing.
so-
that's just been
Listen,
put off.
please.
So, let me.
Always.
Transfer to my. So. So Pastor made a motion. Or Paul's motion. Or-
It's the
It's the
endowment.
endowment committee.
The endowment
to
brings,
council.
yes.
Pastor
I'm
presents
sorry.
You're fine.
It's the wording of the motion, believe me, I just dealt with it yesterday.
Proposed to bring to council
It's a protein bar.
to create a new fund for fishes and loaves and Nick's Closet. Out of the,
Thriving.
is it just the Thriving
It's
Fund?
just called the Thriving.
Okay. And the Private fund with a base set of
Peanut butter bag.
$15,000.
All right, let's reread the motion, so. And we got it now?
So,
The motion is,
the endowment proposed the endowment committee proposed to bring to council a motion to create a new fund for fishes and loaves in Nick's Closet to create a separate account from the Thrivent Fund with the base set at $15,000. Did I miss something?
So that would be the motion that is now before, that would go before the, congregation, thank you. What I need from you all is an approval of that motion, so we can second it as council to the congregation. In other words, yes or no on this?
Yes.
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 Opposed? None? Abstentions? None. Thank you.
So this is brought before.
This now goes as part of an agenda item, for congregation, our next congregation meeting,
Right.
whatever that is, if not before October. Alrighty. Next item, you ready? I'm waiting.
Sorry.
Hmm?
Council unanimously.
Right? Not until they're independent by the
Right,
C3.
The motion before. This ministry has grown from.
Alright, next item of business is brought up, from Corpus Christi. Go ahead, Michelle.
So as you all know, we've been working with Corpus Christi to do several meals. So the next stop is in July. The month of July, Corpus Christi has come to us, and I think it's a good idea to do a picnic for the community. Hot dogs, chips, potato salad, coleslaw. But they would like us to host it here across the street.
At the park.
Across the street?
Like the block party.
Like the block
Like
party.
a
Oh,
block
okay.
party over at the park.
No, not at the park, in that field across the
Oh,
street.
That's part of Township Park in my brain.
Okay.
Sorry.
in the giant
Uh,
parking lot.
We pay taxes on it.
So we would set up tables, tents, we would like to have games. We are closed anyways in the month of July for lunches. I think this is something very doable. I think it's another good way to work with Corpus Christi and another good event for our community. Can I go back to Corpus Christi and say yes? We don't know the date yet. It'll probably be about mid-June or something like that. We're not sure.
Mid-June?
I thought you said
July,
mid-July.
July.
None of y'all can say that right much.
It will, yeah, it'll be after Fourth of July. Yeah,
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
we just will need help.
Do we need a motion or?
No.
No, I just,
The council's approval of using property. It's fine. So, anybody have anything else they wanna talk about that?
I mean, it's a good collaboration that we're doing with them.
Can we get Lippy Dip involved in this?
We could, maybe.
But for my discussions with Nick Irochi, well, there's too many Nicks in my life, so. Nick Prokofsky, Nick Irochi, Nick Sanford,
Well, I'm Nicholas.
Nicholas,
Or camera guy.
that's what it used to be. Anyway, Nick Irochi, they may or may not be doing their hamburgers this year. So as part of that, this kind of block party is going to be really helpful for their community as well. Gabe Salini is the one, Gabe and the family Salini is the one kind of like headed the hamburgers that they did last year. Their family is incredibly busy, between sports and everything like that. They're incredibly busy, so they may or may not, Nick doesn't know if they're gonna be able to help it or not. So I think a block party here, and collaborating with our Catholic brothers and sisters is always a good thing in my mind.
I support collaboration with our Catholics.
So.
Okay.
Next item of business is also regarding food, is smash burgers. So last year we tried wings. Sorry, that was last, yes.
Yes, it was.
Last year we did wings, on a Wednesday, and for the first couple weeks, we were the only ones in town doing wings. Afterwards, we were the third in town. I think they had it planned. I mean, the host had it planned, I'm sure, and Cassidy's had it planned too, but whatever.
Whatever.
I don't know if they're doing wings again. My guess is that they are gonna do wings again or something along those lines. So this, and also during last summer, the end of last summer, I purchased a Blackstone that's been sitting in the back of the, in the church, cause I don't have space for it at home. And so Blackstone is great for smash burger. So we are thinking of doing a smash burger day, every week.
And so,
Once
The
a
week-
week.
I would say the wing Wednesdays we did once a month, just putting it in perspective.
We did.
But I think we might have done better if we did it more often.
Maybe,
To go, get into the routine and coming.
yeah.
So we can discuss when, but the idea is to hold it someplace. And, not to compete with other smash burgers that have already been established, at Cloven Hoof. You know. The, it's a bar in Asheville.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be competing too much with Asheville crowd.
I
Those are
don't know.
Tuesdays.
And they are on Tuesdays, I suggested Mondays. So,
A lot of restaurants are closed on Mondays in town.
That's true.
That's
it's
true.
true. And so that'll also be helpful for, people to come to ours as a fundraiser for this. So, eliciting ideas, suggestions, dates.
I
We're
like the
proposing
idea of
Mondays.
Mondays because people do complain there's nothing
Mhm.
open.
Except for McDonald's.
Domino's.
Yeah.
And I think part of it will be, how we promote it so that people who are here for the summer and just running a cottage for the week, also know they can just walk up and have,
Yeah.
a meal.
They've come with fries, soda available, Coke, whatever you wanna call it.
I said soda.
So,
Soda.
or just call it by its brand name.
That's it.
And, so.
We've
yeah.
already started saving.
We don't know price yet, we have already started saving some stuff in anticipation that council would say, okay, if not, well, get rid of it. So, anyway,
So how does that, do we have it inside the church or outside?
It'll be weather dependent.
yes. I'll cook outside, we'll do air fryer fries, so that'll be inside. We'll have some tables set up in the fellowship hall, maybe a table and on the patio on the lakeside, but maybe not.
Well, we could put in our advertisement, bring a blanket to
Mhm.
spread out on the
Free
lawn.
to
Take whatever you want.
Yeah.
It'll be in clamshell
We
containers.
could have, if it's outside, we could have cornhole games set up.
We could, but we're thinking something not as elaborate as like the church picnic, something very
Just maybe-
simple, throwback burgers on, eat conversation, nothing major.
And it includes fries and drink.
Fries, drink purchase, it'll include water, lemonade, but if you want a soda,
Okay.
it'll be an extra purchase.
We've got a whole bunch of Diet Coke in Friday. So, and one way that, so I've been getting grain-fed beef and 97% fat-free beef
That's the good beef.
from Walmart, and I've been getting a lot of it. I already got 50 pounds set aside.
And once you mix that with something
So
that will
is-
fry so well.
Is that an issue of us using those donations?
There is no,
No, because we're feeding the community.
there is no stipulation, there is no stipulations on the Walmart.
Okay. I just
Yeah,
was curious.
good question.
No, so like,
Do you have to list, if we're charging, that it's a donation, or you can charge?
we can charge with the Walmart. I even got
I
bacon
guess
set
to the
aside.
people, do you have to say donation?
Yeah, I know, it's some things.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Barb.
Oh, no,
Oh, I thought you had your hand up.
No,
I probably did, but.
I can get onions.
Closer to
We
that.
can get onions. I already got, he asked for bacon, I already got a couple pounds of bacon frozen.
That would be an additional charge as well, $2 extra for bacon.
So,
Usual going.
so I'm trying to make our profit margin
Better.
better. By,
Okay.
So we're thinking Mondays, up for every Monday, that way people kind of know it's here and available. So any other ideas?
How are you gonna staff volunteers?
We have 2 people that said that they would help. I will be here.
I mean, I'll help too, I just can't guarantee every Monday, that's.
Right, I mean, if we can get a couple rotating teams, one will be here one week, one, of course, Pastor's gonna be here, I'll most likely be here. Huh?
I live here.
You and me both, sis.
So-
We'll set you up a pair of cots. Well, not you, you need to come home once in a while.
Oh, good
Okay.
stuff.
Any other ideas or discussions regarding this?
How are we gonna advertise?
It's a great question.
Because
We'll put it out. on
Oftentimes,
social
I think
media.
that the reason we're not as successful is because we don't broadcast it in the proper way. I don't know what
What's
that
the
is.
proper way?
Yeah, I don't know what
So-
that
I mean, I can see if any of my friends have any marketing degrees or marketing friends and ask for advice on that.
I think that maybe we could publish it in Best Stand.
So I'm asked that.
One of the things I see Corpus Christi does is they have signs. They just put up signs that says Burger Night, and they're gonna put it around
Right.
town.
Right.
And they
You're
have
welcome.
Corpus,
Yeah, you're welcome to
Christie.
use my yard, because that's pretty traveled
Yeah.
corner
I
there.
mean, the social media and putting it on Facebook it's good.
it's good.
But it's no different than like when we went to the bingo last night, that Kay's Place had it, I'm like, when did they start that? I never saw that
Yeah.
before. It's a crapshoot on whether you see the advertising.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
I mean, some flyers work, some signs. I don't think there's one specific thing that works. Word of mouth, invite your friends,
Yeah.
put it in, we can make sure we get it in the newspaper as a community, under community events.
Right.
I don't know how many people read that, but I don't read it, but then again, I know what's going on.
But, here's your sign, can make us signs, flyers.
What's that, Sunrise?
With
Jim?
Jim.
Sunrise Gym, yeah.
Sunrise at Gym.
Go on to Sunrise with Jim.
I don't know if that's.
Yeah.
I never watch it, but, you
Oh,
know,
Wait,
I think it's actually becoming a little bit more, since I think it's coming off of cable. It used to be on the cable channel.
now it's on YouTube.
I think it's, everything's now on YouTube, so
So we
we might
might-
have a little bit more possibilities. Or electric fine. Well, we can advertise and figure out advertising until the cows go home, but I
Yeah.
just wanted to see if the council thinks this is a good idea.
Let's give it a shot.
Alrighty. Mondays, beginning June.
June 1st, right?
First, whatever, first Monday of June is.
June 1st.
Yeah.
June 1st, okay, great. Alrighty, any other new business for the good of the council or the congregation? Seeing none, just wanted to point out on the focus areas on the pastor's report I did modify it in red so that you kind of see some progress if you print it in color. Otherwise, it's just the subject.
Oh, I didn't.
Some progress on my focus areas. I have finished reading the resource that I had regarding the mutual ministry team. I reached out to the Synod Resource Office for more resources. She did send back some really good stuff that I will look at after vacation. Haven't moved anything on recruit or train backups for Chris Murtha and Stacy Rackett. Still interested if people know people who would like to be a backup, by all means, let us know. And they can do side-by-side training, just as a backup, not to take over right now. Probably not to take over for a little while.
Oh, Stacy, I'm
Or
sorry,
ever.
you think you're leaving? No.
Well, I will potentially be in a pickle with the strike going on at work, because I don't know how long it's gonna last, and when I get cleared, I will be out in the field 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. I will not have time here.
No. So I need to get the checks, my signature on the checks.
Which brings us to the next one.
I
Add
like-
additional signatories for checks and safeguards and lists.
I did not do it, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No,
Oh, that's
Stacy.
what you said before, okay. At the beginning of the meeting.
It's my fault. 3 weeks I just was not feeling my best.
Okay, that's fine.
So
So,
take care of it this weekend. If I can call you if I need to say
Sure.
yes, give it to her.
Yep.
Okay.
alright. Regarding executive committee performance complete employee evaluation, I never edited that to what we agreed to. We're waiting on the policies to be approved, which I haven't gotten around to editing as well, which I will edit after vacation as well. Underneath improving communication among church council, pastor, and congregation, I know there's been a lot of people who have spoke to me how nice that they like the new Paramount's investments, and how colorful they are, but I have also heard from third parties that some people are just, that don't like it, or think it's meaning something else other than being summer, flowerful, colorful, whatever. I do remind you as people to encourage those people to talk to me as well. They're more than welcome to talk to you, but it helps me to hear directly, and it helps build relationships between them, the people that may or may not be happy, and myself, which then also encourages ministry throughout our congregation.
I solemnly swear if anyone ever does eventually come talk to me, I'll send them to you.
Okay.
Apart from complaining about the volume issues.
Well, that's good to know too. So let me know, because that may be something that we can deal with.
Speaking of which, we're having volume issues, as you noticed today.
I think I know what the problem is on that one.
I mean, I've had people come to me, talk to me. I encourage them to go talk to him. Getting them to do that.
All you can do right now is encourage them and say, I'll go along with you if you'd like.
I offer that too.
But it does help me build relationships with those that may or may not be happy. And then that also helps improve communication between us and the congregation. Alright. Alright. Is there anything else for the good of the congregation or the council that needs to be discussed at this meeting? Hearing and seeing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Nicholas, seconded. Jen? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions? Alright, I invite you to stand as you are able and let's say our evening prayer.
Not late this time.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. I thank you, my Heavenly Father, through Jesus Christ, your dear Son, that you have graciously kept me this day, and I pray that you would forgive me all my sins, where I have done wrong, and graciously keep me this night. For into your hands I commend myself, my body and soul, and all things. Let your holy angel be with me, that the evil foe may have no power over me.
Amen.
Thank you,
Do
everyone.
we need higher contact? Because I can pull back and get higher